Did you interpret that as a threat?
We 100% interpreted that as a threat.
Some North Texas cities saying that some apartment complexes are demanding they get a complete exemption from paying any taxes at all, threatening that they'll get those tax breaks one way or another. Investigative reporter Andrea Lucia here tonight to show us how a state program that was supposed to create more affordable housing is now costing cities millions of dollars. She looks at how these cities say they've given developers basically big leverage to make big demands.
Imagine this. A developer goes to a city with a proposal. It pledges to build or maintain affordable housing in exchange for paying no taxes. Now, a city might want to consider that, but maybe they don't, or maybe they don't like the deal presented. The problem is our reporting has found a lot of those exemptions are getting approved, whether the cities affected like it or not.
I asked him immediately, are these real terms you're proposing to us?
Weatherford City Manager James Hotop says he was stunned by a real estate consultant's recent request for a 100% tax exemption on this local apartment complex. Hotop provided us with a copy of the offer, which claims the developer, Elevate Commercial Investment Group, would, in exchange, pay the city of Weatherford an estimated $12 million over a span of 10 years, while saving residents there more than $6 million in rent. Do you think those were inflated?
I feel they were grossly inflated.
That meeting, Hotop says, ended with an ultimatum.
He said, if you're not interested in doing this transaction, then we will find an outside entity that's interested in doing this transaction.
Did you interpret that as a threat?
We 100% interpreted that as a threat.
I think he's shooting the messenger.
Noah Laredo is the consultant Hotop met with that day. He says he was brought on to advise the Lone Oak Apartments after their financial outlook changed, and only meant to convince the city of Weatherford that his offer was better than the alternative.
Scenario 2 is another public partner comes into this area and does this transaction, and you get nothing.
At the time, Hotop says he had never even heard of housing finance corporations, or HFCs, cutting deals outside of their own areas. But within just the past 3 years, we found HFCs formed by Cameron County and Maverick County, as well as the cities of Pecos and Pleasanton, have removed more than $2 billion worth of property from North Texas tax rolls alone. The Lone Oak apartment complex in Weatherford currently pays about $1.3 million a year in property taxes. $282,000 of that goes to the city of Weatherford. Under an HFC deal, all of that tax revenue would disappear.
So $282,000 that would be lost from the city of Weatherford. That would mean approximately 6 firefighters that would have to lose their job, or 6 police officers that would have to lose their job.
We're going to stop traveling HFCs.
State Representative Gary Gates is pursuing both legislative reform and legal relief.
This is very quickly wiping out a significant segment of the tax base.
He's requested the Texas Attorney General weigh in on an HFC's authority outside of the geographic boundaries of the local government that formed it.
In the same way that Dallas cannot all of a sudden decide to wipe out the taxes in El Paso, with El Paso having no say-so. That, I believe, is unconstitutional.
Back in Weatherford, Hotop says he reached out to the Cameron County HFC's executive director, Mark Yates, over the phone and in writing to clarify Weatherford is adamantly opposed to this in its city.
Mark said they had not been in discussion with this developer, that they are often used as a threat to get a transaction done.
Hotop says he did eventually hear back from Laredo.
He just wanted to clarify that after this discussion, that he did not intend for me to take that as a threat, and that he wanted me to clear that up with Cameron County and with Mark, that I misunderstood what he had to say.
Do you feel like you misunderstood?
I did not misunderstand it at all.
Laredo, meanwhile, warns, like it or not, these tax breaks are out there.
I didn't write these laws. You know, the developer of this multifamily project didn't write these laws. We are here trying to consult and provide solutions for clients. And if I just act like this doesn't exist, then someone else is going to educate them and make it happen.
We've identified about a half dozen of these traveling HFCs that are cutting deals across Texas. It's why HOTOP thinks it is so important that legislation get passed to stop this practice. As of today, lawmakers have held hearings on 2 different bills that would do that. I'll be back at 10 on Channel 11 with more on that.